So it's progress report time, and I thought I would share with you how I do my progress reports, which is with a mail merge, because I really don't like handwriting things. I think it's actually something you're going to send to parents. The more professional that we can make it look, the better. So what I've done here is I've copied out all of the information. If you notice on the other one, it's something called a text box, and I find those very cumbersome and difficult to work with. So I've actually moved all of the data, all of the formatting into a separate document, and I've called it progress report, and I'm calling it doc, capital D, capital O, capital C, because I'm going to do a mail merge, and I'm letting myself know that this is the document, this is like the vehicle for displaying the data for the progress report. And I'm calling it blog because this is going on my blog. I'm a little late getting this to you because with the you cannot post, according to the social media guidelines, you cannot post any kind of branded DOE logos on personal social media. So I had to take out all the and anything with a logo for school, I had to take it out. So I'm having to redo this again tonight. So here's the progress report. What I did was I used my form fields to put data information that's going to be unique to me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the date. If I go here into insert, what I can do here is date and time. And what I can do, two things. If I want to put today's date, November 15th, in and have it stay, if you see here when I click, it's just a date. Or if I'm setting up something that I'm going to use over and over, like a trip form or a memo, something like that, you can also do update automatically. Click it. And what happens now is when I click here, you see how now it's a field. And what will happen is tomorrow, this will say November 16th, December 1st, like whatever the day happens to be, it pulls it out of your computer and it puts it in, which can be nice if you're, if you're doing something all the time, like I said. But for me, I just want this to be a regular date field. So I'm just going to stick it in, update, or take that off. I like that. And there we go. Teacher's name. I can put whatever I want. I'll put Charles Xavier. Site. I'm going to put the Dorinosaur Academy. Now, this is all fixed information, right? Because this is unique to me, to my school, to my program. The thing that is going to change is the student's name and the ID. So this is where I'm going to merge in information and my comments. This is where I'm going to put all my merge. So here I have an Excel sheet and I'm calling it data progress report. So I know that anything for the progress report, I have my document and I have my data and I can find them both very easily. What I've done, and this looks a little funny, what I've done is I used my my daily attendance. If you're at a satellite, you get this, you have to email it into your liaison every day. If you're not at a satellite, you can just set this up very easily. So the top rows are just a lot of administrative information. So what I'm going to do is I'm deleting rows and more rows until I get to the row that has the first and the field names, first, last, ID, like that. So here I'm going to go back to my home screen. I'm on it. I'm going to delete rows. Because what you want is your first row to be your field names. So I have first, I have last, I have ID. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back and I'm going to follow what they have here. Reading, writing, social studies. So let's do that. Whoops. What happened there? Okay. Here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to call this fall 2019. Reading. Writing. 2019. Studies. Fall 2019. Math and 2019. Right? Now, you see here, it's kind of a mess, right? All I need to do is I'm going to drag across here, and I'm going to go right here, till it changes to these little east and west arrows. I'm going to double click, and what it will do is it'll automatically size these columns to equal the longest field. So here I have fall, reading, writing, social studies, math, and science. Let me just make sure this matches. Reading, writing, social studies, math, and science. Good. Okay. So I'm going to put in some comments. So for Bruce Wayne, I'm going to say excellent work. Uh, um, has great potential and will make progress if, right? That's always a big one. Oh, look what's happening. What I'm going to do here for all of these is I'm going to go like this. I'm going to select all my columns. I'm going to click wrap text. So what's going to happen here is it's just going to make more space here, but it's not going to extend past. Okay, math, and I'm going to say brilliant, and for science I should say I don't know works well with others. I don't know. So what you can do now is once you've done that, I'm going to copy it. I'm just going to randomly paste these for other people so everybody gets one. Put that there. Needs work. Put that there. Here. 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 Excellent. And of course, you're going to put more thought into doing your comments than I am. Has great potential. Let's just stick that here. 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 Now, this isn't really cheating because you'll find that many of your students, you will kind of say the same thing. And just because I'm putting here works well with others, I might want to add like works well with others, needs to work on penmanship. I don't know, something like that. So you can still adjust them even though you're doing all that. So, in fact, you know what? I'm just going to these. All right. I'm just gonna like fill these in so we have something and fill something in there. Okay. So now here we go. We have first name, last name. We have our ID. I'm adding the ID in mine because I have many students that have the same first and last name. So this way, if anything needs to be mailed home, it's easy to find out which student it is because you can use the ID number. So here I have my comments. I'm going to save. I'm going to save my data. I'm going to go back to my progress report. Now I'm going to put the name. Now I have to tell this Word document that it needs to make nice with the data document and get the information from there. So I'm going to click on mailings. I'm going to start a mail merge. I'm clicking. I'm going to pick letters. Select recipients. I'm going to use an existing list because I just made my data. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go find it. In this case, I have it here. And it's blog data progress report. Double click. I only have one sheet. If I had more than one sheet, they would all show up there. So yes. Okay. Now, if you notice, I can insert merge field. So I'm going here, and these are all the fields that we just put in. So for student's name, I want the first name. I'm going to put a space, and I want the last name. Right? ID. I want the ID. For reading, I want to put my reading. I'm going to put my writing, insert, close. Social studies, I'm going to put social studies, come down a little bit. Now for math, I'm clicking where I want to put it. I'm inserting math. And here, science, I'm going to insert science. Please feel free, pause, rewind, check it again, take some notes, whatever you need, follow along with me. So now I have my comments are ready, and I'm going to save this. So let me save my document. It's always good to save. Now, what I want to do is you can do this thing called preview results. When you preview, it's going to show you what it looks like. And I did forget something, so I'm going to unpreview this. I forgot that what I want, I'm highlighting this. I'm going to go back to my home. I want to underline this. So all I have to do is go back to first, last, and I'm going to underline. All right. Now, if I do this again, I go back to mailings, and I can do preview results. Do you see here I have all my comments? So for Bruce Wayne, my teacher didn't change. His ID is up here, and all his comments are here. If I go to the next one, Diana Prince, great potential. Clark Kent, works well with others, and so on and so on. I'm going to unclick that. It goes back to my fields. What I want to do is finish and merge. What I like to do here is edit individual documents. What this is going to do, I'm going to merge all records. What it's going to do is it's going to make a new document. It's calling it letters 1. And as you notice, now if you look down here, it says page 1 of 5, because now the whole thing is all of my little students, all my data is in here now. And I didn't have to handwrite anything, and it's neat and it's easy to see. It's clear. All my IDs are here. And what I would do now is I would save this. Maybe I'll save it to OneDrive. Instead of what I want to call it, this I would call it what it is. I would call it Fall 2019 Progress Report. Right? And now this is going to be, I'm not going to save it because I don't want to save it to OneDrive, but this would be my actual progress reports, right? Because I'm still going to have in my data document and my document, I'm still going to have the shell, right, that we call it. If I go here, I still have my shell. And what's going to happen is in the fall, like I might even call this Fall 2019 and make a new tab and call this maybe, why can't I type? Spring 2019. And then you can actually, you don't even have to do that. You can right click here and you can move or copy, and you can, well, you can copy it to a new, create a copy, and then you would get a new, see, it's calling it Fall 2019 too, and this would be the one that you would call Spring 2019, because you may still have some of the same, you may still have some of the same students, or you could just add, or you could just paste in, you know, you could keep this, well, however you want to do it, you know, you can do whatever you want. So this is how you would maintain your data. This is how you have your document. And I think that's about it. So maybe that can help. It might be too late for the fall, but maybe you can use this for the spring. And again, leave comments on my blog, leave comments on my YouTube. Please don't forget, please use my Amazon links if you're ordering anything for the holidays or at any time. It would really help me out with my standing as an associate. And all right, enjoy. Bye.